This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. You are learning company creation process. In this process, the first most important is address setup and country. Country should not be created. Already whatever it is existing, that country code, 3-digit country code was provided by Microsoft is international standards. So as per the international standards, Microsoft has collected country code, 3-digit country code. If it is any material is moving from one country to another country, then that 3 digits, whatever it is there, those are followed by international standards. So you should not create any country master. And not only that one, all taxes related or localization related functionalities was developed in that country master. So don't create any new country, existing country only you need to use it. Then you need to do the setup, address setup. Then you are going to create legal entity. You are going to create legal entity. Legal entity means in our Dynamics F&O, it is company. Okay, so there is consolidation process. I will discuss with you consolidation process in future, like in coming sessions. Once it is created, then you need to create number sequences. So for that number sequences, you can go to any module and create number sequences by clicking on generate button. By clicking on generate button, you can generate the number sequences. Next, you need to create calendars. So in this calendar, yesterday one of our colleague is asking about what is the difference between fiscal calendar and ledger calendar. Okay, let us understand that one first. So Britannia Industries Limited, BIL, I have created. That company will go to that company and we'll try to understand one by one. Let me change this company to BIL. Okay, so any company is fine. What is the difference between fiscal calendar versus ledger calendar? So fiscal calendar means we are creating calendar like periods, 12 plus 2, 14 periods we are creating. For any financial year, whether it is in India or any country in the world, based on their country requirement, we will create one fiscal calendar that is 12 months. Okay, 12 periods. So it is not calling as months, it is calling as periods. The reason behind, some companies or some countries, they will follow 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. 4 weeks 1 month, next 4 weeks 1 month, next 4 weeks, for next 5 weeks 1 month, like this. So 13 weeks, like that they will follow. So there are many things. So whenever you are working with a client, you will understand, but that is not a complex at all. You can create 12 periods. So opening, operating and closing. Fine. This is we understood. Now, what is this ledger calendar? Ledger calendar is if you want to block or if you don't want to post any transactions, yes, you can use this one. Let me go to USMF company first. Suppose for the month of November, transactions are completed. No need to post any transactions for the month of November. I want like this. Then I can go to November month or now period really belongs to November. Then I can make it, click on edit. I can make it on hold. So there is two options. One is permanently closed and one is on hold. On hold means temporary closing. I can save it. Then if I'm trying to post any transaction, it will not allow you to change the transactions. Okay. So otherwise, if you want to open, you can open. This is possible if you do like this. If it is permanently closed, you cannot reopen. So permanently closed, when we can do it means, in general, once after 3 years or 4 years, there is no more transactions we are going to post it. We have already submitted auditing books, everything to the government of authority. Then we can make it permanently closed. Understood the difference between on hold and permanently closed? So for this purpose, we can use ledger calendar. Okay, in AX 2012 previous version, you will not find this ledger calendar in this separately. I mean to say, you are looking at calendars, ledger calendar and fiscal calendar, you will find only fiscal calendar. But where it is available, ledger calendar means it is in the ledger setup, ledger. So in this you will find ledger calendar. So in 2012 or in AX 2000 and previous versions, you will find from here. This is a in 2012 only. In 2012, in 2009 it is not there. In 2012 you will find from here ledger form. Click on ledger calendar. Because why I'm telling this one, sometimes you are going to work on AX 2012. So AX 2012 and D365 almost same in terms of functionality. Of course, D365 is slowly, it is increasing a lot of subject. Initially, first 2 years, there is no much change. Slight changes are there, but in terms of functionality, AX 2012 and D365 is almost same earlier. Now it is increasing a lot, means Microsoft is enhancing this product D365 from last 1 year, 1.5 year. There is a changes, but the base functionality is same across AX 2012 and D365. So if you learn this AX D365, you can work with AX 2012 also. Only look and feel will be different. That's it. Functionality is same. So in general ledger form, you can see this one. Ledger calendar. Okay. Can anyone respond? You are able to hear my voice or not? At least.
Yes, we can, Satya.
Okay, fine. So we understood now ledger calendar versus fiscal calendar. Next, chart of accounts. As I told you, you need to define chart of accounts. So one is chart of accounts name you will create from the system manually, you can create, but main accounts, usually any client or any customer, any consultant, what he will do, chart of accounts is not a big one. I mean to say general ledger, chart of accounts, chart of accounts. So chart of account name and description is a simple one. This one, you can create whatever the chart of account name and description. It's not a big one. Main accounts usually we will import using DMF, data management framework. Using that one we can import. So the high level picture I will provide you later. So suppose I'm planning to use the same set of chart of accounts like this one, shared chart of accounts I'm planning to use. So I'm not going to create. For you, please practice by creating your own chart of accounts and try to create wherever it is required. I'm going to show you the chart of accounts, ledger accounts, whatever it is required, we'll try to create. Okay, so for you, please create new chart of accounts because for practicing purpose. Fine. Once chart of accounts are created, next step is financial dimensions. Next step is financial dimensions. Financial dimensions. So financial dimensions, we know already where it is. General ledger, chart of accounts, general ledger, chart of accounts, dimensions, financial dimensions. Okay, financial dimensions you can define. General ledger, chart of accounts, dimensions, financial dimensions. Here in this now it is available, but in reality if you take license from Microsoft, fresh license, you will find two companies. One is DAT company, you will not find any chart, any financial dimensions, and you have created BAL company, new company, you will not find any financial dimensions. It will be blank. You need to click on new. So you need to select whatever the relevant financial dimension. So we know like financial dimensions I have classified into three. What are those? Financial dimensions
Operating units,
operating units,
custom,
masters. One is operating units, next one is masters, third one is custom dimensions.
custom dimensions.
Okay, so operating units means business unit, department, cost center, whatever it is there, you can select. Or otherwise masters. Otherwise custom dimension means this one, and whatever you want you can create as a dimension. Whatever you want you can create as a dimension. So for custom dimensions, you can create values from here. Dimension values, if it is a custom dimension, it is a brand, then if you go inside you can write whatever you want by clicking new, you can write. But whereas operating units, masters, suppose masters, you are not going to create from here. Respect to master, suppose customer master, we have a customer master screen, there we have created like master, whatever it is there, master, that will be shown here as a master. If you look at this one, new button will be disabled. New button will be disabled. You are not going to create customer master from here, because customer master is, we have a customer master, there we can enter whatever it is there. If it is a vendor, yes, we can create. Item group, we have master. So dimension values you cannot create from here. Dimension values you cannot create from here, because that is a master already exists. In that master, whatever you are creating, that master will be applicable here. Okay, next operating units. Operating units, where we can do you remember operating units where it is available?
Organization administration.
Yes, organization administration.
Organization operating units.
Here you will create operation like operating units values, means business unit, department, cost center, value stream, branch, region, and location, rental location or something. Look at this one. So department, cost center, value stream, retail channel, branch, business unit, branch, rental location, region, and then rental retail channel. So see, if anyone is asking about financial dimensions, you need to express this, you need to explain to the opposite person, whether it is a interviewer or whether it is a any person, like any business people or with the developer. If you speak properly like this, particularly for interview, if you speak, if you explain clearly this one, this is a known question, am I right? This is a known question. So if you answer properly, then he will be impressed, because this classification is done by me only. As I told you, like I only classified. Officially Microsoft has not classified these things. This is my own classification, because based on the values creation, I have classified this 3 types. Okay, so you need to explain immediately in a proper manner. Fine, you have created financial dimensions. So only one complexity financial dimensions is, it's not a complexity, one small change. If you go here, once financial dimensions are created, you need to activate. In previous version AX 2012, activate button is not there, but whereas in D365, activate button is there. What do you mean by activate? Means here, once it is created, it is inactive. Financial dimensions, whatever you have created, it is inactive. You need to activate. If you want to activate, you cannot activate immediately. So it is telling like some message. The activation of dimensions is only allowed when the system is in maintenance mode. Maintenance mode can be enabled in this environment by running maintenance job form from LCS, or using this one like deployment.setup local tool locally. So here running maintenance job from LCS otherwise. So this is actually, you will have LCS link. From there you can activate this one. Okay, it is a kind of maintenance mode, is a small one form, actually like one small button like this. You need to enable like this. Maintenance mode will be on, and initially it will be off. You need to make it on like this, something like this on, and then once it is completed this activation, you can off. So now if you want to practice, suppose if you want to practice, you cannot create, you can create but you cannot activate. So to activate, we need maintenance mode option, that is not available in this one. Otherwise there is one more workaround solution. If you have SQL knowledge, then one small script is there, maintenance mode. This is very simple script actually. So this is the table. In this table you are making value 1. 1 means on, and now you are activating this one. Then you are maintaining off. That yes and no, whatever it is, this is no. Now this is yes. So maintenance on, and then you are activating, and maintenance off. So before this, in the command prompt, you need to click on IIS reset. Here also, once it is completed, IIS reset. This can be executed if you have SQL query, SQL knowledge. So IIS reset means, in this one you can go to command prompt and you can right click, run as administrator, and the form will be opened. This is command prompt. Actually Dynamics, any year like Windows operating system in 1995, it is command based application. Initially in 1990s, it is command based, means everyone need to do from here, command based. So the everything is through commands in olden days. Nowadays it is actually from 2000 onwards, it is the application is changed. Okay, earlier it is command based. So now here you need to write IIS reset. Okay, I'm not clicking now. IIS reset. So simple. If you have SQL Server knowledge, I will share with you. This is, you can make it on, and then you can do IIS reset, and then you can off, and then IIS reset. Simple command. Okay, I'm not able to show from here because SQL Server also not configured in my system. Otherwise I can show you, but SQL Server is not configured in the system. But if you want, I will show you in the test environment. It may work. Trial environments, it may work. So I will discuss with you later. Okay, so only activate is the complexity. So remind me, I will show you from the trial version whether if it is working, then I will show you that one. But I will share with you this document. Whoever is having SQL knowledge, you can try. Okay, if you don't have knowledge, leave it. It's not a complex at all. Okay, financial dimensions are created. Financial dimensions are created. Not only financial dimension, values also should be created. You need to create financial dimensions and financial dimension values. If it is a masters, it is not required. By default, it is available. But if it is operating units or if it is a custom dimensions, you need to create values also. You need to create values. Fine. Next one is accounting structure. Any questions, please?
Satya, that activation of financial dimension is applicable only for that custom dimension if you are going to create a custom dimension.
No, any dimensions, it is activation is mandatory.
Even
Not
for
only
the default that business unit department cost center,
yes.
for that also we have to activate it, or
Yes, you need to activate. So if you take license, flash license, it is a blank. What you are doing, you are clicking on new and you are selecting business unit and you are creating, then it is inactive. It will be inactive. You need to activate. Got it?
okay. In case
So,
of masters like a customer master and vendor master, we are creating from the accounts payable, accounts receivable, so it will appear here in financial
yes,
dimension.
yeah, it is available. That is values. You are telling
Okay.
like it is value. Inside,
Okay.
no need to create values, but you need to activate. This is also inactive if you create. Understood? As soon
Yeah,
as if
my
you
doubt is actually, for example, if the company is having 1,000 customers, means we are creating a customer master for all those 1,000 customers. So
yeah,
it will straight away.
Yeah,
So it will
proceed.
stay as a group as a customer here in financial dimension, but we have to activate it here, right?
Exactly right. Exactly right. So here, look at this one. So many values, because this is this is created for so many like all legal entities. Customer accounts are displaying here.
So these are list of customers.
Yeah, customer accounts.
Okay. In case if we can't be able to activate that financial dimension, means who will done this job, whether developer or some other person?
No, it is not a complexity. The problem is you need to have LCS link. Once it is opened, it is in the front end, it will be there.
Okay.
So the problem is like LCS, we don't have LCS link.
Okay.
So once it is LCS link, I mean to say like this link with whenever you are doing this one LCS link with username and password, you are going to log in, right?
Okay.
That LCS link, you will have maintenance mode like this button. You need to enable that sit.
Okay.
Fine. Now, once financial dimensions are created, then accounting structure. Structures, configure account structure. Configure account structures. Okay, so you know already how to create accounting structures. You can create accounting structures. Okay, so account structure is a combination of main account plus financial dimensions. Main account plus financial dimensions. Okay, so one more thing, I want to give you one information like in the consolidation discussion, I need to discuss with you business unit versus legal entity. I want a good debate. We'll discuss it with you in the consolidation process. Finance consultants, I will discuss business unit versus legal entity. what is the differences between these two? What I mean to say, suppose in I have 3 companies in Hyderabad, in India. One is in Hyderabad, another one is Bangalore, next one is Warangal. So all these 3, whether I need to create a companies or whether I need to create 2 companies, one is Bangalore, another one is Telangana. Under Telangana, Hyderabad and Warangal 2 branches, or all these 3 are branches, or all these 3 are legal entities. There is a debate. We'll discuss about this one. Understood my question? Actually, Hyderabad and Warangal is in Telangana state, and Bangalore is in Karnataka state. So there are 3 options. One is I can create all 3 as branches. Branches means business units as a financial dimension. Or I can create all these 3 are legal entities. Or I can create Bangalore as one legal entity and Telangana is one legal entity. Under that 2 branches, one is Hyderabad, another one is Warangal. These are the 3 options. Okay, so we will discuss a healthy debate later on during the consultation process. We'll discuss healthy about these things, how to do it, because finance consultant need to take the decision while implementing. He need to take the decision, and good decision, very good decision should be taken by functional consultant only. Based on his mindset, remaining people will follow. So there it is, if you do single mistake, it will impact heavily to the customer once again, the client. Okay, we'll discuss that one later on. Fine. Next. Currencies we need to create, but currencies you need not to create, it is already available. Give me a second. Okay, currencies are available by default in the system. You need not to create. One is country master, one is currencies master. You need not to create. It is available by default. In AX 2009 oldest version, I need to create currencies also. So Microsoft has not provided currencies in AX 2009. I created. Now in this AX 2012 or D365, you need not to create any currencies. By default, it is available by Microsoft in the world. Whatever currencies exist, all currencies was given by Microsoft. You need not to create anything. Okay, currencies available by default. Next one is exchange rate type. Exchange rate type, you need to define. What is this exchange rate type? Means the exchange rates between 2 different currencies. Suppose India INR and US dollars, it is from USA. Now 1 USD equal to how many INR? 76 rupees 235 paisa. Okay, that currency is keep on changing. So for that we need to create one exchange rate. Currency exchange rates. You need to create currency exchange rates. So here you need to mention, like suppose US dollars versus INR, I'm showing you. You need to mention whatever the exchange rates, it is differences, you need to mention. You know this one already, we have discussed about foreign currency revaluation, right? You need to create exchange rates. Okay, so in this, for like exchange rate types or exchange rates also, this also enterprise level data. Why it is enterprise level data? I have 3 companies. One is in Hyderabad, another one is in Mumbai, one more is in Singapore. In Hyderabad, and Mumbai, I want to use same exchange rates. Whereas in Singapore, I want different exchange rate. So then I will use the existing same set of exchange rates in India and in India, Hyderabad and Mumbai. For Singapore, I will use different exchange rate. That's what here. Okay, currency exchange rates, exchange rate type and currency exchange rates. Okay, any doubts in this till now? So now pieces we have configured. Now we are preparing head. We are preparing head. Eyes are ready, nose is ready, ears are ready, everything is ready. Now we are preparing head. Ledger. So let me go to BAL company. Why it was changed, I will tell you later. So see, look at this one. Just I want to give you small inputs, small update. If you go to financial dimensions, whether you have observed or not, look at this one. Chart of accounts, dimensions, financial dimensions. Only masters related. Suppose we are in BAL company. We are selecting customer. If you click on financial dimension values, look at this one, it is BAL only. Dimension value is belongs to some other company. This is belongs to USRT. Now if I close, it is not changing back to BAL. It is a kind of a small bug, but this is currently it is not fixing by Microsoft. So it will take some time, maybe in future it may be, but currently it is a design. So you need to change back to BAL. Okay, you need to change back to BAL. Fine. This is a small notification. I'm just giving you information. Small kind of bug, but we need to proceed. So general ledger.
Ledger one clarification.
Yeah.
Actually, you said we can maintain different exchange rate types for a Hyderabad-based company and a Singapore-based company. Actually, exchange rate is nothing but currency relation between INR, USD, or USD and Great Britain pound, like that. So, so it consists of different exchange rates only, like INR to USD or USD to GBR, like that only. So for that, we can there is no need to create two different exchange rates for Singapore company, Hyderabad company, right?
No, Singapore, what they will do from their Singapore currency versus US dollars, Singapore currency versus Australian dollars, Singapore currency versus China yuan, Singapore versus Singapore dollar versus, all these things will be created in that company. But in India, we'll create INR versus INR versus INR versus. But now I will tell you one thing. Suppose one currency, suppose INR to USD and USD to GBP changed. If you convert INR to GBP, it will not be the same.
Yeah, that is that it is a cross calculation actually.
Yeah, it is a changing, am I right? So, so if it is the same, if we are going to use it the same like exchange rate type, you can use it, but there is a chance. So for say for consistency purpose, it is better to maintain different chart of different exchange rate types for different countries, because what Singapore company will do, that is SG Singapore dollar actually will be converted to suppose Australian dollar. Okay, our company in India will write INR to AUD. Am I right?
Yeah.
There is a differences. Suppose INR to SGD is different.
Yeah, my understanding is actually the exchange rate type is here. We can assume it as a list of we can assume it as a master, which consists of a list of exchange rates from Singapore dollar to Australian dollar in INR to Singapore dollar, like that.
I will give you clarification. I will give you clarification. Give me a minute. Now in India, you are converting INR to SGD, some rupees. Okay, some SGD. Now if you go to Singapore, if you are converting to INR, are you expecting the same exchange rates?
Singapore to INR.
They may or may not. Am I right? Agree?
Yeah.
Then how can you manage in India? Because this company is in Singapore, this company is in India.
So you mean to say, if we have a branch company in Singapore, their local currency will be Singapore dollar. So we have to treat that Singapore office as a separate legal entity from that point of view.
Exactly, you are right. If it is a different legal entity, that's what I told you. If it is a different legal entity, then you need to use different exchange rates. If you want to use same exchange rates, I am not denying here. You can create only one and you can use it if it is fulfilling. If it is in case not fulfilling, you can create different exchange rate types. That is your
obviously, if Indian-based companies are having a branch office outside India, definitely we have to create it as a separate legal entity to avoid this confusion.
Yes, exactly. That's what.
That kind of a decision that the financial consultant has to take it, right?
Exactly, you're right. Exactly, you're right.
Okay.
Agree?
Yeah.
Fine. So that is your decision. If you want to use the same exchange rates, you can use it. System will not stop you, but it may be different. It may be different. Chances are there. If it is in the same country, there is a chance like you can use the same exchange rates. If it is a different country, usually it will be different. Usually. Okay, to minimize the confusions always. Fine. Now the ledger means head of the human. Like if you are drawing a diagram like human being person, you are preparing now head. So chart of accounts ready. We have discussed. I'm going to use this shared chart of accounts, and calendar I'm going to use like CAL. Now I'm going to use currency because this company is US dollars. I'm taking US dollars, and currency like euros. I'm reporting currency. I'm taking as euros. Okay, here this is optional. Look at this one. If you don't map it, then it will ask you only default exchange rate type, like whatever it is there. I'm using this one. Okay, it is not asking for reporting currency. You are mapping budget exchange rate type. If you want separately, you can manage it. Otherwise, you can use it, whatever your comfort. Now, reporting currency is not a mandatory, but remember, chart of accounts, accounting currency, reporting currency, these three cannot be modified. These three cannot be modified. What do you mean by not modified? Means if you go to USMF company, you cannot modify. Look at this one. If you click on edit, it will allow you to modify this one. It will allow you to modify this one, but you cannot modify this. If in case if you want to modify in future, then you need to create a new company. You don't have alternative solution. Got my point? One is chart of accounts, one is accounting currency, another one is reporting currency. You cannot change once any single transaction is posted. Any single transaction is posted, you cannot modify. One is country. The first one is country. Next one is this. If you want to try to modify, you cannot. Even from the backend, if you modify it, it will spoil your database completely. You cannot modify. So while implementing this application, you need to take the decision properly. So what is the country? what is the chart of accounts, and then accounting currency and reporting currency. Got it? Any questions here? So BAL. Fine. I'm just creating. So I want to map euros so that I can show you differently. Exchange rate types, whatever the exchange rate types you can want, if you want, you can change it. No issues. Okay. Now accounting structure, you need to map it. So I'm mapping manufacturing BL and manufacturing BS and manufacturing P&L. Any structures, whatever it is relevant, you can map it. Okay. Now, once it is done, remember, try to use recalculate ledger period. Recalculate ledger periods. Try to use this button. This will create internally the required, it will auto create some required information. So try to click on this one. If you are changing anything, try to click on this one. If you are not clicking, also no issues. Sometimes the balances, dimension wise balances will not update properly. It is better to execute this one. Okay, so it was mapped. Next, realized gain, realized loss, unrealized gain, unrealized loss need to be mapped. So immediately it is not updating. Like, so look at this one, I'm not able to select. So you need to close. Then you need to click on once again general ledger, ledger setup, ledger. Sometimes it may not be immediately affected. It will take some time. After some time, we'll do it. Sorry, mistakenly I have opened this form. Let me go to this form, ledger. Click on edit. Okay, it is coming now. So currency exchange rate, this is gain. So realized gain means realized profit, realized profit. Realized loss, realized loss, unrealized gain, unrealized gain, unrealized gain, profit, then unrealized loss. So if it is a new chart of accounts, you need to create 4 chart of accounts. If you have created new one, then you need to create immediately 4 chart of accounts, you need to map it. So now ledger form is ready. Ledger form is ready. So if you are changing anything here in between, try to click on this one. It will not take much time. It is few seconds only. So you can click on this one. Okay, fine. Let me close. So ledger form, we made it ready. The most important is ledger. So general ledger, ledger setup, ledger. Next, you need to create general ledger parameters. You need to use changes general ledger parameters. General ledger parameters. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'll be back in 1 minute, please. Okay, so in general ledger parameters, first thing is you need to map penny differences, maximum penny difference. This is for accounting currency. This is for reporting currency. Okay, so what is this means? 20/7 or 20/6. Can anyone help me? What is the value? 20/3 or 20/6. Suppose 20/3. What is the value? Am I audible? Hello?
20/6 equal to 3.3333.
20/6. Otherwise 20/3. 20/3 means 6.666.
sir.
So 3 multiply with whatever it is there, 6.66, sorry, 3.66. Correct, 6.66.
Yeah,
This one,
6.6.
yeah, I'm multiplying this one. Whether it will give 20?
No, some difference will be there.
99999 something. Okay, so there is a calculations, rounding differences will be there. Then that rounding differences you need to make. Now take the example, the same value, 20/3 equal to 6.66666. So in the system, it will not show all these values. It will show 6.67. Agree? In our system, application is everywhere it is displaying the values 2 decimals only. So this is from the front end. From the front end, it is 6.67. But in the backend database level, SQL Server level, inside tables, it will show you, it will display inside, I mean to say it will calculate 6.666666. But we need to have value 6.67 as per the rounding rule. Suppose this rounding rule is 1. In your 8th, 9th standard, you learned this one. Suppose rounding rule is 1. Then what is the value of 20/3? 1 decimal. Like I don't want decimals. Then what is the value? Whether it is a 6 or 7?
It'll take 7, I guess.
It's a 7. Exactly. Because if it is above 5.0, then it is a 7. If it is a rounding rule is 0.10. Can anyone guide me? If it is 0.10, it is 0.1 rounding rule.
It'll be 6.6.
6.7.
Oh,
It
yeah.
will be 6. Okay. So this rounding rules methods you learned in your 8th, 9th, 10th standard. The same rounding rule is applicable here also. So you need to take the, you need to minimum, you need to map whatever it is, minimum rounding difference. Minimum rounding difference you need to map. If you want, you can map 1. Based on your requirement. Minimum you need to map minimum 0.01. If you are not mapped, what happens? If you are not mapped, what happens? System will throw error message like, if it is not mapped, if it is this kind of value is coming, it will show you accounting currency 6.66, and reporting currency 6.66 does not tally. This kind of errors you will get if you have not mapped, because you have not mentioned any rounding rule. Then it will create like this. You will get a lot of errors. Normally if it is a 20/4, then it is not an issue at all. There is no issue at all for this one. But this kind of calculations, whenever it is coming, you will get this kind of errors. Immediately you need to realize, so whether I have mapped here rounding rule or not. If it is mapped, what is the rounding rule? You need to verify. Okay, fine. This is one setup. Next one is sales tax. If it is any applicability, you can change it. And anyhow, we are not going to change anything. Batch transfer rules we need to map. So in this, so this is most important. Okay, this you understood now all these things, rounding rule. So you need to map maximum penny difference and second one is reporting currency, maximum penny difference for in reporting currency. These two you need to change. You need to change these two. Okay. Next one is batch transfer rule. You need to map. So remaining also you can, but this is the highest important. Batch transfer rules. What is this means here? Scheduled batch, synchronous, asynchronous. Okay. Scheduled batch means immediately you don't want to post. You will post the transactions in the evenings. Means like after business hours, you can post the transactions in the evenings. That is batch transfer rule. I will tell you an example like traffic. You are in the traffic. Then okay, in the traffic, what you are doing? Suppose your office working hours is just give me a minute. Okay, fine. So suppose your office working hours is morning 10 to 9:30 to 6:30. Morning 6:30, 9:30 to 6:30. Okay. So at morning 9:30, it is too much traffic. It is too much traffic at morning 9:30, evening 6:30 also. Okay. Then what you can do? Suppose if you have flexibility, you will try to accommodate like 11:30 to 8:30 is my best timings. Means you are changing your shift. It's not like if it is in case it is in your hand, you can accommodate like 11:30 to 8:30 or 12 to 9 so that you will skip that traffic. Agree? Majority customers, they are majority nowadays, majority people from IT, they are not ready to wake up at mornings. Okay, they will sleep at like late nights and they will wake up at morning 9, 10, and they want shift only, majority middle shifts, what I saw. Okay, but my behavior is different. I will sleep at night 10 o'clock and morning 5:30 I will wake up. My best sleeping hours is 9:30 to 5:30. I'm a unique person, to be frankly. Okay, usually this will not be preferred by many people. My sleeping hours is evening night 9:30 to morning 5:30. Fine. Here my intention is batch transfer rules means the postings will be happened like whenever you are scheduling batch. This is one option. Otherwise, another two options: synchronous and asynchronous. Suppose first let me explain you about synchronous. Synchronous means suppose you are traveling in the morning, then your in front car it is moved like 2 feet, then you are moving 2 feet. Your front car is moving 1 feet, then you are moving 1 feet. That is synchronous. Synchronous. Otherwise, asynchronous means you are waiting for at least let it be move for 5 feet, 6 feet. Then I will move. You are giving some gap and you are moving. That is asynchronous. In the same manner, asynchronous means system will wait for few seconds, and once the suppose one person is data entry is doing, one person is posting the transaction. So data entry is most important than posting. So it will wait for some time and then it will post. That is asynchronous. Synchronous means immediately. Okay, so synchronous is deprecated by Microsoft in D365. Earlier it is available in 7.0, 7.1, 7.2. Deprecate like the synchronous is available, but it will not allow you now. The synchronous option is deprecated. Use either asynchronous or scheduled batch. The reason behind, because of this synchronous, the performance is very slow, because one person is entering data entry like vendor payment he is creating, one person is posting vendor invoice journal. So vendor invoice journal can be posted. If you click post, it will take some time, like 1 second, 2 seconds, no issues. But whenever you are entering data entry, at that time, if he is clicking on vendor account, if he is not displaying properly, then he will get frustrations. So that is synchronous means it will hit very frequently. Then the performance is going down. That is the reason Microsoft has deprecated this synchronous in D365 10.01 version, the 10.0 versions. In old version 7.0, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, it is available but deprecated recently. I mean to say from 10.0 onwards. Understood? Any doubt in this? Any confusion here? If you remember modules, sorry, this one here, there is 7.0, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 8.0, 8.1 versions are there earlier. Now all these versions are upgraded to 10.0. At that time it is available. I don't think so in the entire Microsoft there is no one is using these versions. If anyone is using, they need to upgrade. That is mandatory. Okay, fine, clear. So we will use asynchronous. We'll use asynchronous means wait and do move, wait and move, wait and move. So here actually what are the documents means, in this there are so many documents. Look at this one. One is product receipt, pretext invoice, vendor invoice journal, and all are less important things. It is available. Sales order is not there. Look at this one. Sales order is not there because sales order should be posted immediately. Sales order invoice or sales order packing slip. Whereas product receipt and invoice journal, it is you are receiving invoice copy from the vendor, you are updating in your documents. So this is, even posting is done after some time also, there is no impact. So whatever you can post after some time, those documents will be shown here, majorly like project transactions and HR and payroll related documents. These documents are if it is not posted immediately also, there is no complexity. So those documents are showing here. Understood? So asynchronous, it is better to map asynchronous. Better to map asynchronous. Or if you want some specific functions, scheduled batch, you can map. Suppose vendor invoice, I want to map scheduled batch. Yes, I can map. So that these invoices will be posted in the after business hours. You will create, but it will not be posted. You can post later this one. Like this, you can use it. Or project related, not journals. This is documents. Okay, majorly not relevant to you. One is like a project related, another one is expense management, another one is payroll related. Those are not that much important. Even it is posting after some time also, there is no issue. That is the reason it was separated. Earning statement means HR and payroll. Pay statement means HR and payroll. Project accounting, here these two are project accounting, and expense report is expense management. Bank statement and advance report is like BRS, and here these two are like this one is related to public sector. This is project related. So only only three transactions. One is product receipt, vendor invoice, another one is pretext invoice, and even purchase order also. That's it. Okay, because purchase documents are majorly you are receiving documents. Purchase documents means you are receiving documents. Even if you are posting at that time, if it is not posted immediately, after evening if you post it, there is no impact, not much, because already generated by vendor and you have received and you are updating in your system for those documents. Fine. Any questions, please? Batch transfer rule.
Apart from this list of documents, can we include any other document if we
No,
require?
you cannot. It is not a simple task. It is a big task. Technically, it is a big challenge. Why you need remaining all are, it will be posted immediately. It will be posted immediately without any delay. Only few transactions they made separately to post in a separate manner. I don't think so that is required. I don't think so that is required, because earlier it is all transactions will be posted immediately without, in AX 2009 this form is not at all exist. In AX 2009 oldest version, there is no form, there is no function like this. It will be posted immediately, but in D365 and 2012 they made it separately to improve performance. Okay, to improve performance they made it separately. Fine. Okay, next one is general ledger posting setup accounts for automatic transactions. It is in general ledger. Posting setup. Accounts for automatic transactions. What is this actually? In this, don't click on new button, not required. You can click on create default types. So here you need to map the ledger account. If you don't want, you can skip error account, but you need to map remaining account. Actually, what is this? Why we need to map these things? So as I told you just now, 6.666. But in the front end, it is showing 6.67. Is there any difference between these two? Is there any value? Some value is there. Am I right? Agree with me?
Yeah, it is there.
So the difference, even though it is a small value, this is as per the calculations, it is a difference is there. So the difference should be posted to these accounts. If it is any cash discount is hitting like this kind of calculation, then you need to mention that one. Penny differences in accounting currency, penny differences in reporting currency, penny differences during year-end process and during consolidation process, cash discount, customer discount, vendor discount, and customer invoice and vendor invoice. Because while doing posting, there may be a chance you need to map all these things. Understood? Any doubt in this? So if you have not mapped this one, what happens? Once again, accounting currency 6.66 and reporting currency 6.66 does not tally. This is the errors you are going to get it. You are going to get the errors. It is showing like both values are same. Why this is error is coming? Both are not tallied. What is the reason? The reason behind, inside it is 6.666 something. I have shown you last time mathematics like sales taxes also. At that time we learned this may be 7, but these are not displaying from the front end. So it will show you like this. So this kind of errors you are going to get it. Does not balance, does not balance means you need to map the ledger accounts, then it will be resolved. Clear about this one? Of course, yesterday started. This entire thing is purely finance. Whatever you have learned, this is purely finance. This company creation process I'm showing you only one time. You need to do at least 20 times. Whoever is looking for change, from your regular IT, like regular job to some other Dynamics job, definitely you need to practice this company creation process minimum to minimum 20 times. Okay, now general ledger setups related topics, everything is completed. GL setups are completed. Next one is vendor related setups. Vendor related setups. The first one is vendor group. The first one you need to create vendor group. Vendor groups. So in BAL company, if you go to accounts payable module, collapse all, vendors, vendor groups. So this is a classification of vendors. How you want, you can create. Accounts payable, vendors, vendor groups. Click on edit and select the vendor group name. Like suppose I'm creating domestic vendor groups. Suppose 10 domestic vendors. 20 international vendors. Your wish. This is data. You are going to get this information from your client, how they have classified. It is not your decision, your client decision. The data will be given, provided by client. Based on that, you need to create. Otherwise, Tamil Nadu vendors, Maharashtra vendors, and then like if you are purchasing from suppose Kerala vendors, your wish, how it is classification. It is not in my control. It is completely as per the client business. They will classify their own vendors that you need to collect and you need to create. Vendor groups are created. Next, vendor we need to create. We need to create vendor account. Click on new. Can anyone tell me your favorite vendor name? From where you want to purchase material? Yeah, anyone please? Any vendor name?
Ashok Leyland.
ITC.
Ashok Leyland. Okay, created. Domestic vendors. So remember, language should be mapped. And one more thing, if you observe, currency will be automatically populated US dollars. From where it is populated means we have created already ledger form. In the ledger form, so we have configured accounting currency. Nowadays they are changing the naming convention, maybe whatever it may be. In the ledger form you have mapped the first currency, accounting currency. Whatever the currency you have mapped, that currency will be populated here, US dollars. If you want to change, you can change. Okay, yeah, someone else is speaking some other company name, ITC. One more vendor.
Yeah.
ITC. Okay.
Yes, Satya.
Fine. ITC, suppose I'm creating ITC company. Okay, now it is international vendor. Suppose take the example as an international vendor. I'm taking this one. This is from Australia. Suppose this is from Australia. Take for example. Then I can map Australian dollar. Okay, now transaction currency is different. Transaction currency is different. Actually, accounting currency is US dollars, reporting currency is euros, transaction currency is Australian dollars. Then it will look for the exchange rates here. Clear? Any doubt in this?
Satya, in that we have to change this language also, right? For ITC,
No,
it is choosing US.
no. Look at this one. This language is for your application. Whatever the language you have purchased from the Microsoft, that language only. Suppose you are exporting material, suppose you are importing material from Dubai, can you change it to Arabic?
No.
No.
So this language is a entity level setup,
Exactly, you're
right?
right. Exactly, you're right. This is entity level. If you have taken license from Microsoft, whatever the language you have taken license, that language you need to map. By default, Microsoft will give you EN US or EN India. English will be provided. You need to discuss with Microsoft what is the language you have taken. Usually it is in US. By default, they may give EN UK or GB, that is Great Britain, or Australia, India. It may be free of cost. If it is Arabic, they will charge money. They will charge money, and the entire thing will be changed to Arabic. That you need to take license separately if you want to make it different currencies. Sorry, different language.
So this language will be maintained for all vendor and all customers.
Yes,
Master.
yes, yeah, yes.
Okay.
So if you want to change, definitely you can take a license from Microsoft. By default, it may be Microsoft may be given EN related languages by default free of cost. That terms and conditions I don't know much. Okay, I'm sure if you want Arabic, definitely it is a chargeable, because Microsoft is spending money on this language as well. Each and every field, whatever it is there, that should be changed to that language. Fine. Any confusion? Yeah, yes, please. Fine.
When you said that exchange rate, how it is going to map?
So you need to map this one. So for this exchange rate, I will discuss with you whether I have discussed or not. I did not remember. Let me go back 1 second. Whether I have explained the dual currency? No. Okay. So that one more concept I need to explain you. Dual currency pending. Pending topic. Actually, the currency exchange rates are two methods. Old method, new method. I will discuss with you. But you are asking me, that is the reason I will show you, but high level. But later on, I will explain you in detail. Let me go to old training sessions. In that, I have explained dual currency. Let me take this one. Let me go back to finance. Please remind me. I may miss it because I'm copying this one. Whenever I'm explaining, I will copy. Otherwise, I will not. But I will discuss with you later on. Just I'm showing you the old logic is like this, and now new logic is this one. Okay, rather than this one, give me a second. I have drawn a new diagram, not this one. Is one more is there? Give me a second. That is little bit beautiful. Not this one. 74 batch. I think this is a little bit beautiful. Yeah. I will discuss with you this one in detail, half an hour session, what it is, but just let me show you quickly. So this is the old logic. Transaction currency will be converted into accounting currency and accounting currency to reporting currency. This is the old logic. New logic is like this. This is exchange rates, how it is converting. From which currency to which currency, how it is doing. I will discuss with you in detail in finance session later on, not now. Okay, fine. Now vendor groups are created. Now vendor is created. We have created vendor account. Accounts payable, vendors, all vendors. Okay, fine. Next one is our important topic, vendor posting profile. Vendor posting profiles we need to define. So accounts payable setup, vendor posting profiles. You need to create one posting profile, vendor posting profiles. This we have discussed in detail. For group, table, all, always the best practice is group mapping, accounts payable, domestic. One more group. I don't want table, I'm mapping group level. For one more group, 20 group, I'm mapping accounts payable something. Something, it is others, I'm mapping something. Whatever it is, you can create, you need to create, if it is a new chart of accounts, you need to create this one. Okay, it is better to create by new for you. Okay, now for all also it is a best. Something, it is better to create properly. Your proper naming you need to create. So vendor group 10, vendor group 20, like how many groups are there, those many groups will be created by client. Client will give you the ledger account number, you need to map it, because chart of accounts is provided by client. Okay, always group level mapping, once it is mapped, it is better to map one account all, so that if you are not mapped any account, it will hit to this account. That is your wish, a client wish, you need to inform. Otherwise remove this one, only group level mapping is enough. It is group level is the best practice. If you don't want group level, you can map all also, only all enough. Then it will post to the every account to the all accounts. So this is, you need to discuss with the client, based on that you need to map it. Fine. Once it is done, then accounts payable setup, vendor posting profiles. Vendor posting profiles. Next, accounts payable parameters, AP parameters. So whatever you have created just now, that you need to map in the AP parameters, accounts payable parameters. You know this parameters where it is available in this ledger and sales tax tab, and the posting profile just now we have created, that you need to map it. So ledger and sales tax tab, select the above posting profile. Understood? Any doubt in this till now? The same vice versa for AR side also. You are going to do the same vice versa for AR side. 17 customer groups. Customer groups, accounts receivable. So this one will not be available in the customers. It will be available in, I think, setup. Let me verify. It may not be exist in this one. The path may be a little bit different. Accounts receivable, customers, customer groups are not here. Okay, don't worry. It will be available in the setup. Simple. The placement is changed. So customers and customer groups, not customers, sorry, setup, customer groups. Okay, so let me create whatever the way you want. This is suppose Hyderabad customers, Warangal customers, Bangalore customers, Chennai customers, like whatever you want, you can create. This is data, whatever you want. Now I'm creating here domestic customers and international customers. Your wish, it is not your wish or my wish, it is, to be frankly, client in data. Okay, don't argue with the customer like you need to create international customers and the local customers. No, whatever the client they are following, that you need to follow. That's it. And whenever writing here, try to follow always initial capital. Look at this one. Look at this one. Initial capital. Don't write all capital letters or don't write all small letters. That is not a best practice. Always see Microsoft will follow like this. Just we are following Microsoft. Okay, something everywhere it is like this. Understood? This is a best practice they are following. Like the data also try to create like that only. If it is my customer has given like all capital letters, don't copy paste. Then you need to make beautification. Okay, inform to the client like I'm using initial capital letters. It is the data will be look and feel good. If you create like this, it will not good for you. It looks like little bit ugly. Wherever it is important, yes, I need to make it capital letters, but running data I should not. Okay, that is your wish. Here everything will be count. Customer may raise anything. So we need to give information to the customer. As I told you, communication. You need to inform to the customer and you need to proceed. Once it is created everything data, then if you inform to the customer, no, I don't want, I want all capital letters. Why you modified? Then once again quarrel, once again fighting. So you need to inform to the client initially these small things, information. Fine. Customers are groups are created, then we need to create a customer account. So anyone tell me like your favorite customer account which you want to sell this material? Any favorite customer? Why it is taking this much time? Any customer? Okay, I will create Accenture as a customer. I'm selling material to Accenture, suppose. Something you can create. Just a minute. Huh? Okay, so you need to create a customer account. As usual, like currency will be populated. Currency will be populated automatically. This is transaction currency. If you want to change, you can change. If it is exporting, then you can change the currencies. Whatever it is relevant. Fine. Customer is created. Next one is customer posting profile. Customer posting profile. Next one is, this is 18, 19, customer posting profile. Accounts receivable, setup, customer posting profiles. Okay, that you need to create. Setup, customer posting profiles. You need to click on new button, customer posting profile. Click on add the group. So select the group and map the ledger account. Accounts receivable, domestic, and accounts receivable, international. So always best practice, it is better to map all. If client rejecting, don't map. If client is rejecting, don't map. Okay, so group level mapping, 10, 20 like that, whatever the group. Suppose customer want, like suppose 30 group is created and it was not mapped group level mapping or all, it will throw error messages. If customer want, the client wants, like I want error, I don't want to post to any account something, then you need to remove this one. You need to remove this one. Okay, otherwise it should be posted to some other account, then yes, you can map. Some clients, they don't want all at all, then not required. So it is, once it is mapped, you need to map the same posting profile in the system, like parameters. In parameters, you need to map this ledger and sales tax tab, customer posting profile, you need to map. So with this one, minimum setups required is completed. Still not completed, some more is there. ER parameters, ledger and sales tax tab, select the above customer posting profile. Fine. Next one is procurement and sourcing module. Procurement and sourcing module, setup, procurement and sourcing parameters. Here the type is journal. This is T&L. Till now, whatever you have mapped, it is like AP, sorry, finance. Now it is logistics. Procurement and sourcing parameters. You need to map. Okay. The purchase type, sorry. In the same manner, you need to change from sales also. So it should be in the sales and marketing. Sales and marketing. Setup. Sales and marketing parameters. But it is not exist here. This is a cosmetic bug. It is not available. Actually, it was mapped in the AR parameters. Actually, it should be in sales and marketing because it is a part of T&L, but it is available in this one. Okay, this is rearranging not done properly. This is called cosmetic bugs. So it is in accounts receivable, parameters, general tab, order type should be changed from journal to sales order. Okay, so this is logistics related, but it is showing in the AR parameters, but this is a logistics. So now we know, like, one is parameters, update checkboxes, post packing slip in ledger. One is this one, and another one is in the accounts payable parameters. Accounts payable parameters, post packing slip in like post product receipt in ledger. This will map it later. We'll map it later. Now the related minimum setups, it is related to finance is completed, and then here it is completed. Now we need to map item related mappings. Okay, now it is T&L. From this point, it is T&L. So if you want to create an item master, what are the mandatory fields? Logistics team, you should be like very much familiar by this time. If you want to create an item master, what are the mandatory fields?
Hello, Satya.
Yeah.
Storage dimension group, SDG.
Uh-huh.
Tracking dimension group.
Okay.
Item model group.
Mm.
And if it is a product master, it is product dimension group.
That's it.
Yes.
So you need to be
Mandatory. Mandatory.
storage dimension group, tracking dimension group. You can speak product dimension group also, that is depends. Item group, item model group, inventory unit, purchase unit, sales unit. If you are not able to answer this question, then it will be very difficult to get an opportunity in logistics. This is A. If you want to learn English, first you need to learn A, you need to learn B, you need to learn C, you need to learn D. This is A. If you don't know A, how can you speak English? In the same manner, if you want to become a logistics consultant, if you don't know this one, then you will not get a job at all. Frankly, I'm speaking.
No, this is a mandatory, please. No.
Yeah. So this is a mandatory question by interviewer. Any interviewer,
Okay.
they will ask questions. They will ask question like any interviewer, what are the mandatory fields if you want to create an item master? You need to be in fingertips, you need to speak. Okay, so because very less voice I'm getting from this one, so don't shy in front of doctor, in front of teacher, in front of God. These are the three persons we should not shy. We need to speak a lot. Doctor, teacher, God. Okay, so if you are not speaking, then it is very difficult to get an opportunity in this IT industry, in Dynamics world. Fine. So
No, is it,
first,
end of the day, it is right or wrong?
sorry,
What I conveyed is right or wrong?
it's right only. It's right only, but you have informed only 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yes.
I'm
That is
expecting.
mandatory.
No. This is also mandatory item group.
I told.
Inventory unit also, purchase unit also, sales unit also. We need to speak quickly because whenever if you are attending interview, suppose if you are attending examination, if you know the question answer, then you need to attempt very happily with the first you need to happily update the answer sheet with the known questions quickly, very happily. Okay, it is not only for you, Magesh. I'm just telling to everyone.
Yeah, understand. Yeah.
Okay, so because as I told you in the examination, 80 questions or 70, 80 questions, it will be straightforward, and you need to answer that questions 100% perfect. Remaining 20 questions, it is twisting will be there. Those twisting questions you need to think and you need to answer. Based on that, you will get 90 or 90, 95 or 96 or 98 or 99. But out of 80 questions, like 80%, whatever it is there, if you are answering 50, then you will be in the backward. Means some other person will come forward and he will get the
Exactly.
opportunity.
No, why I asked so much question here is, see, these four are mandatory fields, am I right?
Hmm.
If the question
No,
is
it is
like
all.
this,
These all are mandatory. Only product group, dimension group, except this product dimension group, all these are mandatory.
no,
All these
sometimes
are.
we are not touching upon this purchase price, sales price, we are leaving it as.
No, I'm showing you inside 8. Inside 8. Storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group, item model group, inventory unit, purchase unit, sales unit. The outside rectangle is different. I'm showing you
Okay,
inside.
okay, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, very clear.
Okay, fine.
Thanks, Satya. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Fine. So now first one is storage dimensional group. Storage dimensional group, you need not to create now. The reason behind, like country master, currency master, it is not this one, sorry, like this chart of accounts, this is storage dimension group is also enterprise level data. Storage dimension group is enterprise level data. Enterprise level data means if it is created in one company, it will be available in all companies. Now let me go to BAL company, product information management, collapse all, setup, dimensions and variant groups, product storage dimension group. It is by default available. Actually, if you take a license from Microsoft, it will be blank. Now why it is available? Because we have USMF company, we have DMF company. For those companies it is already created, that is visible now. Okay, if you take a fresh license from Microsoft, this will be blank. You need to take which one you want. Understood? You need to create like a new site and warehouse, and you need to map whatever you want. So product information management module, setup, dimensions and variants groups, then you need to map storage dimension group. In the same manner, you need to prepare tracking dimension group and product dimension group.
Satya, 1 second, can you go to that screen, D365 screen?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going. So product dimension group is based on your requirement, you are going to use it.
Yeah, you said that this storage dimension group, chart of accounts, everything, it is as enterprise level data. So while
Yes.
getting a new license from the Microsoft, you said that these left side column will not be available.
Will not be available. You need to create.
So once we create a legal entity, does the left side information will automatically display, or
no, it will be blank. You need to create like this.
Then it cannot be mean it as enterprise level data, no, because you said
no, in BAL, if you have created, suppose this is a fresh license, BAL it is there, and you are creating suppose BOL, another company, then it will be automatically available. BAL it is there, then BOL will be captured automatically. Got it?
I didn't get exactly. So we are getting a license for creating BAL company.
That company is there, and you have created BAL. So if you have created BAL, you need to create storage dimension group. Am I right? Agree?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You have created. Next, you are creating on one more company, BOL, second company. At that time, no need to create. It is already created in BAL. It will be used. You can use it.
Yeah, in this only I'm having a doubt. Actually, we have completed the project for BAL and it is handed over to the client, and there is no relationship.
These two companies are from client only. Same client. One is in Hyderabad, one is in Mumbai.
Oh, okay. You are okay.
The same client.
Okay. So once the project is completed means, and we are getting another license for another company means, this BAL data also will not be available, right?
How it will be available? That company is different.
Yeah. Okay. So enterprise level data means we can call it as a group level group company, like that.
Yes, group companies. Yes, exactly. The same group. Okay, fine. So in this storage dimension group created, tracking dimension group created, product dimension group created. You can create like this. What are the combination you want? This is as per the client requirement. You are going to configure. Because it is why it is showing here, because it was created for USMF, DMF, INMF, BRMF, MXMF, Mexico. So it is coming automatically. For which companies, whatever that is created already, it is coming. Next one is item group. Next one is item group. So as I told you, item group is a part of T&L, but this is handled by finance consultants only. Majorly finance consultant. Majorly finance consultant need to handle this item model, item group and item group majorly. Item group will be handled. Majority it is logistics consultant, sorry, finance consultant. Okay, it is in inventory management, setup, then inventory, item model group, item group. Let me show you. Inventory management, setup, inventory, item groups. So it will be blank. You need to create. Okay, you need to create. Suppose furniture. I'm creating one group. Another one I'm creating mobiles. Something, whatever the data it is there. Next one is suppose laptops. Like this you need to create. The groups, whatever it is. And we need to map the ledger accounts. You know, like whatever the accounts it is going to be posted. We need to map it. We'll map this one later, but groups I have created. Item groups are created. Next, item model groups. Item model groups you need to create. So next to this one only it will be there, item model groups. So click on new, FIFO model group. Okay, it is FIFO. So I'm making no check. Your wish, this one, you know already, we have discussed already. Weighted average, I need to create one more. So based on the customer or client requirement. You are going to create. Okay, so like this we need to. So next tomorrow I will continue about like remaining 3: purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit. I will show you tomorrow. I need to discuss a lot about unit conversions and all those things. It is whatever you are learning now, it's T&L topic. Okay, I will continue. Any more questions, anything? Anyone has any questions?
Yeah, that approved vendor checklist tab is available in item master also, right? This no check, you have checked with no check.
Yeah, exactly, in item master. It will be derived from here to item master.
So by choosing this no check, I think the system doesn't throw any.
Yes, I don't want any restrictions. Yes, you are right.
And usually, did Microsoft still providing the new license for 2012 also, AX 2012,
No,
or
closed already.
okay.
Mainstream support itself, it is closed. From last 1-2 years, or from last 4 years, it was minimized.
Okay. Okay.
Very rare customers it was giving, but from last 2 years it was very. So I'm telling you, in 2016, whenever I'm implementing, at that time itself, Microsoft is insisting to take a license from D365. But that client is asked like, no, it is not fulfilling my so many requirements. I need to do a customization a lot. In 2016, it is not possible. So whenever I have implemented, at that time they have taken AX 2012 only, because they need to do a lot of customizations, and the availability of technical people in terms of D365 is complex for them at that time. So from last 1 to 2 years, it is very less, very less. Now it is already ended.
Okay. So the other customer need to go for a migration compulsorily.
Exactly. So no, if you are using AX 2012 already, you can use it. Microsoft will not help you on fixing the bugs. That's it.
Okay.
If you are already using, you can use it. Even some people are using AX 2009. I saw some people are in 4.0 version. Of course, 4.0 version, no use. And if you are using AX 2012, you can continue, no issues. Microsoft is not going to help you on bug fixings. Okay. Nagaraj, I will discuss with you advanced rule structure. Remind me later. I will discuss with you. Okay. I have already discussed earlier, but I will discuss with you later. Once again, Nagaraj is asking about advanced rule structure, where it will be used. Fine. Any more questions, please? Any quick questions? So if nothing, then we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow means Monday morning, same time. See you all. Bye-bye.